Hi, everybody, and we're live.
We're live right now.
How are we?
Lucia with a broken ankle in honor of Bryce's broken ankle.
I have a boot now. I'm in a boot. Did you reference my boot?
I did not. I didn't remember what your boot looked like.
Wow. Hello, Bryce and Scott. How are you guys? Oh, I'm just fine. In a boot.
Bryce was my muse for this piece.
That is true. I modeled for him.
That's not true.
Half my leg is green now. That's a cool thing. I didn't know bruises did that.
You never had a bruise before?
Well, I've never had one that covers like my whole like a large enough surface area that I would care. So, because the whole front
green. Usually they turn more like yellow.
Well, it's like kind of like yellow is probably a better way to describe it.
If it's green, you should go back to the doctor.
No, yellow is a better way to describe it. It's pretty gross looking. You can't really see it. Actually, you can because it stops just above my boot. But so how are we all doing? It's Friday.
It's Friday.
That's what I was originally going to make the title. I was just going to quote as much of Rebecca Black's Friday as it would let me do it. But then Scott said what he said, and I was like, that's too funny not to make.
Ingo has 69,000 points. Nice. Maybe one day we'll give you a way to spin those. Can you make like just like one tier for 69,000 points? It does nothing. It gives nothing.
I just show my boot.
You just show your boot.
Pretty good. Going to see the new Pixar movie. What's the new Pixar movie? Is it the one with like the fish people? The trailer for that looked pretty bland. What are you doing?
This is Lucio.
Scott, have you thought about creating an OC who is, as they say, extra thick?
I don't know. I mean, I made Horus. I have drawn Horus. Pull up Horus.
I was gonna say, can we show Horus on screen?
Let me show.
Will that get us banned off Twitch?
I'll show you extra thick. I mean, it's, you know. Yeah, see, look.
That's my guy.
This is our guy. He's the extra thick OC. Is this what you wanted? This is what you wanted, right? Is this?
Now, you know what I've learned, Scott, through working on Kindred Heavens 2? You know, I created all these mechanics in the book. You know, they're my babies. And you would think that through having written this as many times as I have, I would remember which one is Marcel and which one is Marco. But I've learned that even the smallest amount of time away causes me to forget. I think Marco is the buff one, right? And Marcel is the skinny one. Don't tell me you don't know either. Really? It's the other way around? See? There we go. I know who Horus is, obviously. It's kind of hard to forget.
Yeah, obviously.
I know who Leo is, obviously. But Marcel and Marco, because I created them to be like a dual character. So they're like they always speak at the same times, essentially. They always like interact together. Like they play off each other. That's why their names are Marcel and Marco. Because I thought it was funny. So one's super skinny and one's super buff. And I just always forget which one is super skinny and which one is super buff.
Wow, bad writer.
You know, I'll scrap the whole book right now. We'll cancel it.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, don't say that. I'm trying to... There were other mechanics back in the day, but they all got... they all got. I don't know how to word it other than that.
They all got, unexisted.
No! Fuck you! I was right! Marco is the buff one, and Marcel is the skinny one.
Never remember
Are you kidding me? I was right, and you gave me shit! What?
Yeah, I remember now.
You said that, and I was like, no, but I know, I'm pretty sure. And then I went and looked in Drive, and I looked at the... Have we shown Lucas off at all?
I'm pretty sure we've shown Lucas.
I like Lucas. He's such a shit.
Lucas Ludes on Patreon.
We could.
That's not true. At least for now.
Not yet. I mean, we could do him. He is an adult. Horus Ludes on Patreon. Is it Horus with a C or Horus with an S? It's Horus with a C. It's the first way you spelled it, Kalki.
Oh man, a Horus Lude. I shouldn't, but
Do him with Heiner. That's the dream combination.
I kinda Well, at some point there may be a Horus Lude on Patreon.
Oh god. You know, I've been getting legitimately concerned for his mental health because he put a loot in Drive the other day that I couldn't believe. I messaged him immediately and was like, oh, why are we doing this?
People are into it.
No. Who have you shown it to except for me?
Well, that's besides the
You didn't
point.
show it to Echo, did you?
No.
I don't think Echo would be very into it. I don't think Shroom would be very into it.
I feel like Echo would tell me that doesn't fit their personality. But
I would tell you that.
it's fine. Let me have my fun.
You know, next Wednesday. Yo, J-Flare, thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
Also,
J-Flare.
J-Flare, it's your birthday, isn't it? Did I see that on... Did I see that on
birthday,
Twitter?
J-Flare?
I could, if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. But I saw that it was someone's birthday on Twitter earlier. And now I feel really bad if it wasn't you. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me wait, let me check. It is? Okay, it is. Happy birthday, J-Flare.
Happy birthday, J-Flare.
What a roller coaster that was. Everyone say happy birthday to J-Flare. Thank you for the sub. What was the lewd? No, I'll do everything I can to make sure it doesn't come out.
Oh, it'll come out. I can tell you what day it's gonna come out.
Oh,
too.
no.
It'll come out on July 3rd. So
Just in
be
time for 4th of
subscribed
July.
to the Patreon on July 3rd. Yeah, that's how we're celebrating America's independence.
I gotta take this fucking boot off. I can't. Oh, I'm gonna make a lot of noise.
This is a planned spot. He told me he was going to do this before stream. We worked this out. No. It's not a Horus loot. That will come.
I'm back.
Show us? No, I definitely can't show you.
No, it's not. No, you definitely can't show it.
No, it is
There's butthole in it.
there is butthole.
Like
Not
pretty.
Lucia butthole.
No, not Lucia butthole. But there's pretty explicit, maybe one of the most explicit buttholes you've ever just drawn, because it's just so
No,
casually.
that's not true.
Well, normally you don't just like show it as much as it is in that one.
How do you draw a crutch?
Here,
Yeah, hold up your crutches.
I have
Give me some
reference. Here. My crutch, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Don't mind me.
Throw your crutch
Yeah,
on the ground.
don't mind me just throwing my crutch on the ground.
We went to the Taco Bell last night, and when we parked, I was gonna get out and get his crutches for him so he could like walk. And he just got out of the car and started hopping up and down on one foot like an idiot. I have no idea why he did this.
Well, I don't need to be babied.
But I had to get them for you anyways.
Yeah,
why
but-
didn't you just wait until like 2 seconds?
I don't want a man handing me a crutch while I'm sitting down. That just feels I don't know. It just feels like I'm a wuss. I need to get up.
Toxic
I
masculinity.
need to get up and prove myself. I wouldn't let him look at me crawl up the stairs. I wouldn't let him look at me butt scoot up the stairs. I told him he had to go and wait upstairs. I don't know. Amy keeps telling me I need to go lighter on myself, or I'm gonna hurt myself again. And I'm trying my hardest. Is it girl butthole or man butthole? I don't know. I don't know what to call it, to be honest.
Well, that depends.
Oh my god.
That depends on how you want to define the drawing.
You know what? I'll say this. It's gender bent. Scott's never done this before in his career, I don't think, but it is gender bent.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
At least not in that way. Like, not like...
Not like that. It's just not a character you would expect, is what I'll say.
It's just strange.
I don't have any regrets about it, though.
Now I don't know what's gonna come in next. Are you gonna do a lewd of injured Lucio?
I thought about it, I just didn't have time today. So I don't think I will.
I will say it's nothing bad. It's just morally reprehensible.
It might be a war crime. It just
depends on how
I don't want to oversell it.
Yeah. But it's one of the worst things he's ever drawn. The only thing that could make it worse is if you go back and retroactively make Horus be the one fucking it. Like, if you add, like, the huge, like, belly bulge. Like, totally ugly bastard it. That's how we branch into NTR. Horus is our ugly bastard.
He certainly is that. Yeah, book 3 of Kindred Heavens gets weird.
It might be the worst part is, I feel like we're overselling how bad it is. It's really not that bad. Depending on just how weird it is to you.
It'll be fine. Everyone will like it. Everyone will be glad that I did it. Everyone will ask me to do more.
Scott told me to post the loot this week, and there were 2 loots with the same thing, and one of them wasn't even posted. So I almost posted the wrong loot because of this, man.
It's true. He actually asked if he was supposed to post a loot that he had already posted.
Is that true? Dead ass, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wait, so I'm the problem? I didn't move that into the right folder?
No.
I'm injured. You can't give me shit, so it doesn't matter. Injured card. Really? Did I really already post that one?
Yes.
Huh, you're right. I do remember having posted this one. I'll move it to the already posted thing.
Yeah, pull it up on stream.
I actually could. That one only, it's not like the whole thing isn't lewd. I just fucking swiped to it and just like was just looking at titties for a second. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I'm gonna move it now so I don't forget, so I don't do that again. Oh god, I just saw the one.
You're into it, don't lie.
I'm into it?
Yeah.
You know the things I'm into. They're not as weird as that.
It's not weird. It's a completely normal, loving, sexual position.
It's not that bad. It's just one of those things that makes you go like, why?
Because I'm a man of the people. I give them what they want.
They don't want that. I don't want that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was in pain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Huh? Like you're doing right now? Huh?
You're okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
My favorite part is how niche this drawing actually is.
What? This one?
Yeah, like I'm gonna post it and like only the people that are here on the Twitch stream or the Discord are gonna understand it. Everyone else is gonna be like, why did you draw Lucio? Is this like a weird fetish thing? And I wanna be like, no, it's fine.
I'll just post a picture of my foot underneath on Twitter.
You do love posting feet.
I do. I should start charging people for it.
I was gonna say start an OnlyFans. People love that.
Only
shit,
feet. Well, you know, I'm glad I'm an inspiration.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you're my muse.
I'm your moot.
You're my muse. Remember that game of chess we played last night?
I do.
I played a pretty banger game of chess.
Yeah, Scott. The first game was pretty close. Second game, I just got annihilated. Like it was pretty bad.
I ended up with an extra queen. On,
He
like,
beat up an injured person. It was
10.
really sad.
Yeah.
I think I could bowl with a broken foot.
Probably
Bowl like that
as
one
well
guy?
as you normally do.
Damn,
Yeah.
wow. The feet people are going to love this drawing. You do have some dedicated feet fans.
I have at least 2 or 3 different people, no joke, that every time I post the drawing that doesn't have feet in it, they go, "Ah, where's the feet?"
Hey, people are into what they're into. What can I say?
They're gonna be really disappointed when they read Kindred Heavens. There's no feet. I don't think. Is there feet in Kindred Heavens?
You know what? Actually, there was for the longest time.
There was.
There was a
yes.
scene that was really important to us that involved feet that we had to cut. It wasn't anything weird, but there was a scene.
Although that did make it back in, but I think it might have gotten cut again. I don't remember.
It's not. It is not in any version of the current book, or any of the 4 books. I'm sorry.
It was of when we started to rewrite book 2. It was in book 2.
Is it in book 2?
Yes, literally like.
Oh yeah, I cut that scene though.
Yeah, I figured. I think.
Yeah,
I think we had talked about that.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about now. Yeah. But I cut that. Because it was kind of a shell of its former self anyway.
It wasn't quite as good. That and the shower scene.
Listen, when it was Horace gracefully rubbing Carl's feet, it just hit a lot differently.
I really don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to handle. I talked to you a little bit about this, Bryce. Almost assuredly, when I start posting, because I'm not posting a lot of Kindred Heavens artwork on Twitter until it actually goes live. So inevitably, given my audience, when I do, there's going to be a lot of like lewd drawings of Isabel. And I don't know how I'm going to handle those.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For anyone
I don't know how.
I don't know if we've actually, like, Isabel's 15. Like, she is very explicitly.
Yeah, it's very much like an all ages book. It's like not lewd at all, much to the chagrin of many people in my audience. But not that kind of book. So I don't know how I'm going to interact with that kind of fan art.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've thought about that too. So we'll just push everyone to draw Annabelle. Annabelle's over 18.
She's a baddie. Yeah, she's a baddie.
Have we shown Annabelle on stream?
I don't know. I'll try and find.
Annabelle's like one of my favorite designs you've ever done. She is fucking. Mwah. I didn't tell him to make her as hot as he did.
Let me find a good picture.
Every picture of her is good. What do you mean? Let's go, my goat. That's Annabelle, who is Alexander's assistant. She works for Cerberus. She works for the bad guys.
but she's not a bad guy.
Well, she kind of is.
Well,
She's
there
not.
There are no bad guys, except for one. It's open for interpretation.
Apples to oranges. But yeah, we don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how we'll handle that in general.
Just gotta play it by ear. I'll probably just mostly ignore the weird ones, honestly. But the wholesome ones.
We'll just have to wait and see. We'll encourage Horus lewds though.
Yeah. For sure.
If someone does a lewd of Horus and like fucking, I don't know, like Bera from the Panty Bear together, I'll shout you out on stream.
We'll show it. All of it.
Wow. We'll show us a censored version of it, maybe.
No, all of it, the whole thing, full penetration.
Yeah, but yeah, Kindred Heavens is a goofy fun time book, so we would prefer no lewd fan art of it, I guess. Would be my probable stance on it. What was the name with the guy with assless chaps in the Panty Bear? Griswold. Otherwise known. You know, one thing that I have actually done a lot in writing book 2? There is a character in book 3 and book 4 that calls Isabel Izzybell. I have had, for some reason, I've had like 4 different characters call her that and then been like, fuck, I can't do that because that's like the one character's thing. So what I'm saying is maybe we should retroactively introduce that character in like book 2.
I thought this was somehow going to reference Griswold because that was what started your. But this is just like a different thing.
This is just a totally different thing.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Griswold and Horus fan art? Yeah, I'm into that. There does exist out there Griswold lewds.
On the Patreon.
On the Patreon, there are Griswold lewds.
You can see Griswold and Lucia on the Patreon.
Actually, not a lot of people know this, but there does exist a secret Bera lewd that is not anywhere to be found.
I've never even seen it.
It was actually a commission. I was paid to draw Bera lewd fan art, and I did it.
I've never even seen it.
It's been a long time.
Will Kindred Heavens be on Amazon like the Panty Bear? I don't know, but I know it will be for sale on Iconic Comics' website. They do. I know they have some stuff on Amazon as well. I don't know if Kindred Heavens will be though.
It's a good question though.
Yeah, we actually should probably ask about that. I know Common America and stuff is on Amazon.
Regardless, you will be able to buy it online afterwards. One way or another.
Yep. Which is pretty cool.
Which is nice.
It's pretty cool. I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Which is not nice.
It's crazy that we're so close.
Yeah, I hope Twitter
that is true.
undies, so I can actually promote it properly.
Yeah, it did kind of happen at the worst time, huh?
It always does. It always. Twitter. Elon taking over Twitter has been worse in every measurable way than even probably the people who were most afraid of it imagined. Just an unmitigated disaster for the art community. But, oh well, it is what it is.
How much would it take to get you to draw furry art?
I have drawn furry art before. Like recently, like this month, when I opened commissions.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I thought you were gonna reference something from like the past.
Well, actually, I think one of them was. Okay, no, I guess this one wasn't. But last time I opened commissions, there was.
So the answer is the same as all of his other commissions.
For money, I'll do anything. For the right price.
Scott, you talk like money is all you care about.
It's not all I care about, but when I'm doing commissions, it's all I care
I know.
about.
Excuse me, also commissions? When did this happen? Scott opens commissions like twice a year. Oh, for patrons
and it's
only.
Usually on Patreon for about 20 to 30 minutes. They were open for longer this time. Like the first time they were only open for
like legitimate like 5 minutes. Like,
yeah, this time I left them open a little bit longer so I got some more messages and could pick and choose a little bit. Because last time I basically closed it as soon as I got people that wanted all the slots. And this time I let a few more people get in just so I could kind of pick and choose the ones that I actually wanted to do. So, yeah, but I mean, I want to do it more because it is fun sometimes.
The problem is it's only really easy for you to do it at times like this, like where you're not drawing a book.
Yeah, I might do it again before we start the next book, but I'm not sure.
Pretty close to starting the next book.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm not sure. So I always feel bad when people ask me, they're like, when are you going to open commissions again? I'm like, I really don't know. And I don't want to like tell them the wrong answer. Just like, I don't want it to feel like I'm just trying to get people to sign up for the Patreon or something. It's really just like on a whim. Like sometimes I'll decide like, oh, okay, I want to open commissions, and then the next day I'll open them. And that's pretty much it.
Now, who's Bunny Gun Art? I second this question. A fucking asshole.
You fucking
Our
asshole.
only Twitter beef ever.
Yeah, we won the beef.
He fucking
deleted
left.
his whole
I was
account.
gonna say he went away. Good. Sucks that he's back. He's actually probably the reason Twitter's having all these problems.
Yeah.
Even our mods
We don't
hate him.
ever get involved in the drama, but for Bunny Gun, fuck that guy.
After what he did?
After what he did,
Maybe not.
maybe not.
Why did you drag that one out so much?
I was channeling my inner Keanu.
What'd he do? It can't be repeated.
It's so vile, so abhorrent that we would get banned if we repeated it on Twitch.
Just know that he is a threat to the entire art community. This face has been giving you a whole lot of trouble, huh?
Doesn't everything?
I'm so glad last stream you tie-dyed that one Lucia. Like, fully tie-dyed her.
Yeah, it is better that way.
Thinking of starting to read One Piece later today? Good luck, Matt.
It's only how many chapters is it?
I don't know, like 1,200 at this point.
1,200. Yeah.
Wow, I said 1,200. You say 1,200. We are not the same.
You're right. I'm better.
Wow. I'm gonna leave you for Bunny Gun.
He burned our crops, poisoned our water supply. And what's the third one?
Drew bad art.
No, he's a pretty good artist.
Well, wow, that's cringe that you would say that about the enemy. Make
Look,
the
credit
make
where credit's due.
make the full tie-dye Lucy an emote. That's actually not a bad idea.
True.
I can't do that. I don't have the drawing. But I'm sure Scott will forget and never actually do it.
I have to be reminded a few times.
What is wrong with you?
Just a quick change to Lucia's design. Huge tits. This is yes.
That's like the MILFsia. When is MILF Lucia going up, Scott?
MILF Lucia. Let me give me a second. The 28th of June. This month. Unless I change my mind. In which case it will go up a different time that I don't know.
So, be excited. Variants on Patreon. I think. Did I lie? Is that true? That's true.
That is true, but they're not up yet.
No, I meant when it. I meant. You know what I meant. You're picking up what I'm putting
but
down.
I don't know if they did.
You don't give them enough credit.
You know, we didn't get Drake last night, but there is going to be a Young Thug album coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, next week.
Rejoice.
So rap music is saved. Maybe we'll finally get a #1 rap album this year.
Didn't get to go rock climbing today.
No.
For undisclosed reasons.
Yeah, nobody
It's a real shame.
Nobody here has any idea.
Just wasn't able to make it. Had to pause our rock climbing membership. Do you guys watch certain YouTubers a lot? Yeah. I would say I have a few that I watch pretty regularly.
I have I'll go through phases. Where for a week or two I'll watch one YouTuber a lot. And then I'll stop and never watch them again. And it'll become a different YouTuber.
Rattle off some names, Scott.
Well, right now it's Gotham Chess. Because as we all know,
okay.
I've been into chess.
Well, yeah, I guess that's fair. You watch a lot of Ambiguous Amphibian?
I used to. He was one of my ones where it was for a couple weeks. I watched a lot. My tastes are just so sophisticated. I have to jump around.
My tastes are just so sophisticated. You made me watch a 20-minute chess video last night.
I did. It was my third time watching it. It's all for the part where he goes.
Okay, I will say I did pop for that part. I don't know. I watch a lot. Like I watch like all the Trash Taste guys. That's like me and Amy's like thing we do during dinner. We watch Trash Taste. Fuck, I watch like all the standard gaming guys, I guess, like Summoning Salt and Scott the Woz and all that junk. So I guess I'm a normie. I don't know. Gaming historian.
Wow.
I watch a lot of
Cringe.
gaming historian, but he doesn't upload a ton, so it's not like there's like a ton of him to watch. Ambiguous Amphibian, I like. Also, I used to really love Call Me Kevin when I was younger. I haven't watched as much of him lately. But he's basically, him and Ambiguous Amphibian are basically just the same thing.
I just don't. I'm not one of those like always on YouTube people.
Yeah, you're a big Twitch guy.
Yes. You know, we're pro streamers. We're partners, actually. You see, they have a Partner Plus program now.
I did actually, yeah. How did Lucia break her ankle? Rock climbing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any like other YouTubers just off top, but I can't. I'm really bad at thinking in general. You see, I'm stupid. Like Ant Dude. I watch a good bit of Ant Dude, or at least I used to. Completionist. A lot of gaming stuff, I'm realizing. It's like 90% of my shit. Actually, no. One YouTuber that I do watch, I always forget their name, but I just found it right here. They're called Katsumet. They're people that just own 2 otters, and all of their YouTube videos are just of their otters. It'll be like, today we fed our otter a fish, and it's just 2 otters eating a fish. It's the greatest channel on YouTube. There's few things that come close to this YouTube channel. So highly recommend that. There's one where it's the otter's birthday, so they make a buffet for the otter on the table, and the 2 otters just sit there and just gorge themselves and just eat constantly, and it's adorable. Otters are cool. There we go. That's my rant about how cool otters are. Otters are like ferrets. They just go in the water instead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I don't have to watch any YouTube because Bryce tells me about all of the YouTube that I don't watch. Every now and then he'll come up to me and be like, "There's a new gaming historian video," but instead of like he won't tell me that there is. He'll just explain everything that's in the video to me.
I sent you the Tetris one because you like Tetris a lot, and you said it was interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Well, that's what I'm saying, is I don't actually have to watch them. You watch them for me.
It's fair, I guess. I suppose that's okay. I'll allow it.
You know, I beat you in a Scrabble game over the weekend.
You beat me and the Amy's in a Scrabble.
Yeah, I beat everybody. I'm the best at Scrabble.
I had a broken ankle. You were just beating up on a injured person.
You know, historically, I've always beaten you at Scrabble.
Yeah, you have. I learned the reason why here recently a while back.
Yeah, what
See,
reason
Scott
is that,
and I
Bryce?
used to play. We were really cool as youths, and so when other people were out doing boring things like getting bitches, we were playing real hardcore games like Monopoly and Risk and Scrabble. Specifically on the PS4, we were playing the Ubisoft version of these games, which are all awful. I mean, they are just horrible. I don't know how you fuck up renditions of board games, but they did it. And they're really bad versions. The only reason to play the Monopoly Ubisoft version is that it still has the thimble in it. And the thimble is the best piece in Monopoly, and that's true. And they got rid of it. And they replaced it with like a fucking T-Rex or something stupid like that. I want my thimble back. I'm still upset about this. Anyway. Well, we used to play Scrabble a lot. And Scott and I, at first, when we very first started, I remember it was pretty even. We were both like pretty decently good at it. And then he just got a lot better than me, to the point where like it just was never even close. Like he was blowing me out by hundreds of points every game. Well, he revealed to me, we had an honor system about this, that we wouldn't cheat. He revealed to me that he cheated during every game of Scrabble we played. And he would just look up what the best word was with what he had.
Well, there are websites and apps where you can take a photo of your game and it will tell you the best word to play in your game based off the letters that you have and what the board looks like. And so I would use one of those. And so I would beat him like 300 to 50, like stuff like that.
And I'd like to point out that Scott has told me multiple things like this in my life. I have never once cheated in the thing him and I have played. I've betrayed him in plenty of things. I'm a shit-ass partner to play with in a game where you can be betrayed. But I've never once cheated.
That I know of.
No, I'm being 110% honest. Do you think I could cheat with a straight face? Like let's be 110% honest. Do you think there's any way that my moral compass could handle me cheating?
No, that's fair. That's fair. You're a pretty awful liar.
We play bullshit, and it's like for one, I can't even play bullshit because half the game is me trying to count and trying to remember what number I'm on. But I can't even lie in the game because I can't keep a straight face. So bullshit is basically just like, I'm barely even playing the game whenever we play.
We're all barely playing the game. Your Amy just kicks the shit out of all of us.
My Amy is, I don't know how someone is as cracked at bullshit as she is. We've played dozens of games of bullshit, and she has won like legitimately 95% of them. It's actually insane. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's especially crazy because Scott, he's like the worst bullshit player you will ever play with, because he calls bullshit, like, I shit you not, 95% of the turns. This man at one point had just the whole deck. Like, we were all just down to like 4 cards. Miami still won, of course. But he had like the whole deck.
I have my own method to play.
Yeah, it's just you saying bullshit over and over.
I play just to please myself. I'm just here for accommodation.
And I asked him one time, I was like, what's your strat? And he's like, well, if I have all the cards, I'll know if they're bullshitting. And I was like, how does that win you the game?
It's
true. But I'm really bad at math. And so I'm really bad at even counting. If somebody has like a really basic interaction with me, they will realize how horrible I am at basic math. Like how much of a struggle it is for me. Fucking like with bullshit, if anyone doesn't know, the way you play bullshit is that you have to lay down, like you're basically laying down, you play with people and you're laying down cards in an order. So you go like 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you don't have the card, you have to lay something down. So you have to lay down something. And if people think you're lying, they can say bullshit. And then if you lay down a 5 and you were supposed to lay down a 4, you have to pick all your cards up. And it goes until somebody runs out of cards. The problem with that is that for me, it becomes a game of just trying to know what the fuck I'm supposed to even put down. So there are sometimes where it seems like I'm lying because I'm just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to put down. And so there have been at least 5 or 6 times that like the game has ended and someone has won and I've just laid something down because like I'm not even paying attention to the game. I'm just trying to know what to lay down.
This is true. It is equally funny every time.
What's your favorite card game? Not like Rook and stuff. I mean, just like pack of playing cards game.
German Whist is pretty good.
It's probably that or Rummy for me.
Yeah, if it's for 2 people, German whist. If it's for like more people, probably rummy. Yeah. If it's at a casino, blackjack.
Fair. None of them are as good as Rook.
No, Rook is the best card game.
Rook is incredible.
The only problem is you need 4 people to play it.
It's not a problem
And
for us.
That's not a problem for us now, but it has been for a majority of my life.
Yeah, Rook is very fun. Have you guys thought of doing something more ambitious, like an animated short with voice acting and such? Thought about it, yes. Will we ever do it? Probably not anytime soon.
We're just trying to get our comics out there, man.
Animation,
One step at a time.
Animation takes too long, costs too much money. We're getting a whole comic book, John, and it costs a lot of money. I couldn't imagine what getting a whole thing animated would be.
More.
I mean, we're talking a lot of money for this book to be drawn.
Gonna be lit, though.
They will be lit. We've not even announced that book. Nobody even knows that book's in production.
Well, we know.
Well, I know we know.
Oh, you know that lewd we were talking about earlier, the funny one?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't show you what the actual like post for that looks like, did I?
So it's not just the one thing? You did a different...
It's not just the lewd. I did a Twitter post for it as
Jesus
well.
Christ. No, you didn't.
I gotta show you one thing from it. How can I do that where it's not pulled up on stream?
Well, you can send me it on Facebook, or if you send me it on Discord, it won't get pulled up because I'll just check on my phone.
Okay, hold on.
Let me take off my glasses. I don't want it to reflect in my glasses.
It might be my favorite drawing that I've ever done. Okay, I sent it to you. Well, actually, it says sending, but
What'd you send it to me on?
Facebook.
Oh, I see. Well, I haven't gotten it yet. Cringe.
So, sorry, audience. You don't worry about it.
I took my glasses off, so now I can't see shit. I didn't think it would be this long of a process.
I also didn't think it would take this long to send, but apparently Facebook is very slow.
I'll put my glasses back on.
So, got that going for it.
Which is nice. You guys are always cooking. We're trying to.
Oh yeah, we got shit in the works, you know. Just sometimes it's a little slow to get it out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming
Soon. But for now, just worry about
Kindred Heavens. Book 1
coming out next week. Bryce, send the link.
You can buy Kindred Heavens at brysonscott.store.
No, you can't. What?
I was joking. I already dropped the link.
Oh.
The 21st of June, next Wednesday.
Yes, 5 days away.
When you post on Twitter, can you say we're live right now?
Yeah, I got you.
I still haven't gotten those pictures.
I guess this is just never going to send. Can I send it to you on Discord?
I told you could.
Okay.
What's wrong with you? That's what I said to do.
Oh.
Right. How many times do I open our fucking Discord messages?
I never know with you.
Scott. Oh. What the fuck?
Come on. That's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny, but what the fuck? I'm gonna make fan art of Isabel asking for Kickstarter money when you guys launch. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Asking for
Me
money,
too,
that's
brother.
a theme of the book.
Also true.
Have we we haven't shown Alexander off at all, have we?
I
don't
he's in
think-
the trailer.
Is he in the trailer? Oh yeah, he
And
is.
I think we've shown him on stream.
I was gonna say, because the way it was written originally in the book was to have it be like he's not shown at all until a certain point in the book. We bungled that. If you know what Alexander looks like before you read the book, then you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know he's an old white guy, then you know.
Hey, he's not that old.
He's rich. There. If you know he's a rich white guy, there you go.
You're gonna make it sound political again.
So it's the 1920s, right?
It's not a political book.
There's not even anything close to politics in it except for the war. I'm kidding.
That's a former draft.
The old drafts were so different that Isabel once had two brothers.
That's true.
Old drafts were so we cut a whole brother. She lost the whole family member. Sorry, what was his name? Robert? Sorry, Robert. I think that was his name.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it was Robert, Felix, and Isabel were the Voight siblings, but then poor Robert got cut.
He went from dead to just
He
not
was
in the story.
okay. Well, he was dead. I wasn't gonna say that, but he was dead. Yes.
I mean, I guess technically he could still have existed. We don't explicitly say that he doesn't.
I just feel
in
like
the
it'd be
book.
weird to have a dead brother that we just never bring up. I just feel like that doesn't work. Like, we talk so much about Isabel's family in the book, including the one other dead person in her family. It would be really weird to not have her ever mention Robert. Like, Robert's like the fucking black sheep of the family that nobody wants to speak about. Fucking Robert. He's the one that he didn't want to join the company at all, and so they just don't talk about him. It's a whole metaphor for...
They aborted him when he was like 30.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. He's actually
I guess
Katerina.
you're right. I guess it doesn't make sense to have man, that would have some weird connotations to it.
Remember
I
when
guess you're right,
Katerina was
just
like a
wouldn't make
huge
sense.
character in the book? Moment I was like, the real goats will remember I mean, I guess just us, but Katerina was a huge part of the story too, and she got cut down to, I think she has one panel in book one, maybe two. I think she has two, actually. I'm sorry, I don't want to speak ill.
It's two.
I mean, she had a whole arc. Can you mention him in the last book? Like, she's staring at a picture of him and goes, poor Robert. He always loved XYZ. He would have loved this. Yeah, we're looking at a picture of Felix, and we'll just have her call him Robert. Yeah, moment of silence for Robert. He was somehow still one of the more insignificant characters that got cut, even though he was her brother.
Well, the reason that he got cut, he was cut probably before we even redrafted to get rid of the whole war angle, or at least make it less prevalent. Just because we didn't really do anything with him.
Well, he was just dead. That was his character.
He was just dead. So like, there was no point to it really.
He was just dead, and we were like, that's supposed to make Felix really sad. And then we were like, well, if Felix was in a war, I think that'd make him pretty sad too. Until we realized we didn't really need that. But then we cut the whole war angle entirely. Almost. So
I would say that the angle's gone, but the war still happened in universe.
it's mentioned in book 2.
Yeah, it is. It's just not mentioned in book 1 because it's not like a central plot point.
Does the 4th book end before or during the Great Depression at all? I wouldn't say it really involves that at all. Like I said, it's very lightly historical. Even like the war wasn't even, I guess it was like we kind of had the idea because of like World War One, but even still it wasn't really like anything like.
It was different enough. I'll say this, and I think this will give people a good idea. It was different enough that we hadn't decided if we even wanted to call the countries by their real name. Like, even in the draft with where the war was a big plot point, like, we hadn't decided if we wanted it to be like Germany, America, stuff like that. And we were leaning against it because it's just not like, it's not historical.
I mean, it's a book about fucking flying, like, like wind racers.
Yeah, so it's not like, don't go into it thinking it's going to be some like historical drama, because it's not. It's just it's just set in a different time.
Yeah, essentially the only thing historical about it is just that we like the aesthetic of the 1920s. That's about as historical as it ever gets. We don't even like. I'm sure there are things that don't even fit that time period in, because at some point we just hit like we're not trying to match a time period or anything. We essentially treat it like it's a lightly different world than ours. Like it's slightly fantastical and different than ours.
So you've seen the original Full Metal Alchemist anime. It's like
yeah. At the end. God, the original Full Metal Alchemist anime sucks. We gotta get going now. Bryce, get well soon. Scott, keep up the great work. And Lucia, stay adorable. Thank you, Papaya Boat.
Thanks.
Wow, you sounded enthused. Someone just came and just said all this kind stuff, and you go, thanks.
Hey, bird.
Wow. You didn't draw her foot swollen enough.
Well, it didn't swell right away.
It did.
Not while you were sitting there on the ground rocking back and forth.
You know what, that
I'm
is
okay,
true.
I'm okay.
But by the time I got to the car, it was swollen up to the size of a golf ball.
He exaggerates.
I have a picture of it. No, I don't.
He's trying to. Oh no, he's trying to show his foot again.
When I first got injured, it swelled up really, really bad. I'll fucking kill you. Don't under exaggerate my injury. I'll kick you.
I don't think you will.
No, I won't. Scott came into my fucking apartment last night and said, "Hey, look at this, and he started jumping on his left foot. I was so upset. Scott can move at a slightly faster pace and get away from you. He can move at a slow pace and get away from me at this point.
I did when we were walking back from the car last night. He looked back, like I had to get the shit out of the car because he can't carry anything. And I was like, just walking, and he was like, "You coming?" Like, you know, he walked ahead of me, and I was like, "Look, I'm not worried about it." And then I just walked at my normal pace and passed him.
And I was really hoping it on them crutches. Like I was really. Someone who has broken her ankle 9 times, I can confirm shit gets swollen as fuck. Yeah, it sucks. It's not good. Bye, Matt. Hope you have a good weekend.
Bye, Matt. Or my bad. Bye, Matt.
Hey, bird.
Hey, bird. I do want to start a Twitter beef.
You already have one.
With somebody.
With a bunny gun.
Yeah, but like a new one.
Hmm.
I want to beef with Fly. Like, Fly's my homie, but...
I feel like you'd lose.
It's probably true. He's a lot wittier and funnier than I am.
Can I ask why you're using the pencil tool?
So I can go through and paint bucket like I'm doing right now. It's a lot easier when you have the pencil tool, so you don't have to go through and like expand your selection and stuff. It's just quicker. So like when I go through and say like I'm gonna color the hair, like I could just paint bucket, bam, 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 done. And like yeah, there's some little artifacts like here that you got to do, but that's not a big deal. Whereas if you do it with the hard round brush, you have to like use the wand tool and go to select and modify and expand by like 2 pixels, and it's just an extra step. And I've done that for so long, just for speed, that I feel like it's sort of become like a trademark of mine. Like people expect that of me. So plus, I just kind of like it. It's like chunky. It's a big chunky brush.
What Scott's saying is that he finishes fast.
I'm a fast finisher.
Have you ever had your knees injured? No.
Yes. Yes, I have. I have I don't remember what it's called, but my kneecap is not aligned properly with the ligament in my leg. Yes, that is true. And it was basically just like not a lot they can do about it. So it's just painful.
Did it happen because of like an injury or?
They don't know. Sometimes it's just like genetic. Sometimes it happens because of like repeated usage, like trampoline or running. Sometimes it happens because of an injury. Like but I don't know. I learned that when I was like 15 or something. They did scans and stuff on it, and that's what they came back with.
Huh. Well, as someone that cannot run, trampoline, or do any of that, I don't know. So why'd you had a trampoline for years after that? You were just like, I'll just fuck my knee up worse. Is that why you have so many knee problems?
I really like trampolines. It wasn't until I was probably like 23 or 24 that they got like really bad though.
I see. Once you got old.
Yeah, once I started to get to the middle age bracket.
Are you using LNP when doing line work?
Lazy Nezumi Pro. I sure am. I pulled up Lazy Nezumi on screen in case anybody wasn't watching. Yeah, I love Lazy Nezumi, dude. I pimp the hell out of it. Super big recommend for anybody that does stylized line art like this.
Wow, cheater.
I don't do it for everything. But like if I want a long, smooth line, I'll turn it on. I just have it pulled up on my other monitor so I can just turn it on or off. They have a free trial. I think the actual product is like $30. Totally worth it. I actually have bought it twice because I lost my license to it.
Wow,
for
that's
somehow.
the most privileged thing I've ever heard.
And I just like I needed it, and so I just had to buy another one. I don't remember how I lost it.
Listen, as someone that's paid for Adobe for about 2 years without ever really having used it, that's a really privileged thing of you to say.
Well, let me tell you about my EA access.
You still don't. There's no way.
Oh no, I do.
Why?
I just can't remember to cancel it.
I don't even have my PlayStation Plus right now.
Do you not?
No. When's the last time we ever played anything on PlayStation Plus? It's been like 5 months.
I don't know.
4 months.
But what if we wanted to?
Oh, then I'll buy it back.
I have the year version. So
yeah, so did I. I just canceled it a few days ago. Because it was about to charge me $100, and I was like, I don't really use it anymore.
Broke ass.
Broke ass. No, frugal ass.
That's
well,
true.
I am a broke ass actually right now.
More like broke ankle ass.
Oh, dang, I love the art style. It's eye candy.
Thanks. I made it myself. Unless this is all AI generated.
You are an AI.
I am the original AI. Me and CSR.
I still want somebody to make like a Lucy AI and just like flip it like Lucy. That would make me happy. And then pay us lots of money for stealing our character, but
DMCA.
gotta take Lucia to Chuck E. Cheese when she's all healed up. Shout out to Chuck E. Cheese. As a person who plays COD all day, I'm super excited for Starfield. I heard that people are excited for Starfield again. People like weren't excited for it after they first showed it off like a year ago, but then I guess at Summer Game Fest they did the whole like Starfield Direct, and now people are excited. I did not watch the Starfield Direct. I will play the game. I don't care enough to watch like an hour telling me about a game that's going to come out in the future. I'll just wait till it's out and then play it. But I heard people.
Starfield.
It's the new Bethesda game, Elder Scrolls and Fallout, but space.
I see. That's still not out. I've been hearing about that forever.
Well, it's been in development for like 8 years, so. The real fun part about it, people were really excited about it, and then Todd Howard got on stage, and everyone was like, "Woo, it's Todd Howard, Teletubby with a shotgun." And then
Jamie, pull that up.
And then have you all seen that Todd Howard picture of him as a Teletubby with the shotgun? I'm sure everyone has. But people were really excited about it, and then like a year ago he got on stage and he was like, "What if I told you there's thousands of planets to explore?" And everyone was like, "Oh no." And they showed off like the game, and it looked like a Bethesda game. People were like, "Oh my god, it's a Bethesda game!" Wow. And then I guess now people are like excited again. I don't know.
Fickle. People are fickle. Although
I will say, my biggest gripe with it was always that like I hate the randomly generated things. Like you know, that's the big problem with No Man's Sky. Obviously, it's the clearest comparable. But, you know, even after No Man's Sky became good, like Scott and I, we played like 25 hours in No Man's Sky, and like within like 5, we were running into the exact same planets over and over. Like there just was not actually a lot. And I feel like that's like, it's so hard to escape that on the scope of something like that. Like in like a smaller game, like an indie game with a much smaller scope, you can do that a lot better, or it's a lot more understandable. But on like this huge scale of creating like a huge planet, I don't know, I much would have preferred, and you've heard this a million times, like just like a unit, like a galaxy, like 7 planets that are all really, really fleshed out and like handmade and stuff like that. But who knows if we'll ever, if there's any semblance of that in the game. I don't know. I'm excited about it, though. I probably won't play it on launch, but I'm excited about it.
Whenever AI gets a little bit better, we're going to get the craziest, like, generative games ever. It's going to be like No Man's Sky and shit like that. Those type of games are going to be absolutely insane. When, the intelligence to generate them gets a little bit better than just, like, random terrain type, random, this and that. Like when that's able to be implemented into video games, it's going to be like we'll finally see stuff like what No Man's Sky was supposed to be. Yeah.
I have far more respect for Keiji Inafune than Todd Howard. At least Inafune made good games and gave us Mega Man. I mean, I do love Dead Rising, I will say, and I do love Keiji Inafune, but I don't know. Todd Howard did give us Oblivion, and Oblivion's one of my favorite games of all time. So I have a hard time. I do love this. As much as it sounds like I'm a Bethesda hater, I do fucking love Bethesda. I do. Like I said, I really love Oblivion. Oblivion is probably the game that got me into RPGs as a younger lad. I just think Todd Howard has this problem of he really likes everything he makes. He's like really excited whenever he talks about it. So sometimes it comes across like he's just like shilling for his own thing. But I think a lot of it he gets really excited. But Oblivion is one of my favorite games of all time. So I have a hard. I mean, I also like Skyrim a lot. Although I just don't like the setting as much as Oblivion. But I'm excited for Starfield. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully one day he makes Elder Scrolls 6. Well, but who knows? Would you say you'll ever become big enough that you won't interact with your audience anymore? I would say that I guess there is, like, for anybody that's a creator, there's always a chance you become big enough that it gets harder to interact with your audience. Like, I would say from when we first started the Discord to now, it's a little bit harder to have like those 1-for-1 interactions consistently that we used to, but that we like wouldn't interact with our audience. I don't think that'll ever happen. That's one of my favorite parts of what we do, is getting to interact with people.
Yeah, we're always gonna be looking for ways to interact with you guys. But yeah, even now, like, we can't have, like, you know, before it was like when we just started and we're very small, it was really easy to like meet people and have it be like, oh yeah, like we're friends with this person. Like,
that's why there's a lot of
hang out
people
with
from
them.
the early days of the Discord that we like, that were just like random people that joined, that we like talk and we know a lot about and are very close to, or have like inside jokes with, because we could have just long 1-for-1 conversations in the Discord with them. When it was just like 100, 200 people.
Yeah, that's much harder to do now. In fact, I would say it's actually pretty much impossible to do. Like, in order to talk to everybody that wants to, and this isn't to say this is like in like a braggadocious way, but like to sit down and have a conversation with everybody that wants to sit down and have a conversation with us, it's just not possible anymore. Much as we'd like to, like, we just don't have that much time in a day, you know?
That's actually where a lot of our mods come from, though, is that era. Like Ingo and Clapper, Doc. A lot of them, the reason that they became mods is because they were people that were in the server in the early days that we got close to, we talked to a lot, we really liked. Because at that time, the server didn't have any mods. We didn't have mods for like a good while. It was just Scott and I. Like, we didn't even need mods until we had over like 1,000 people. Like, we never had to deal with anything even remotely like mod worthy. It's very different, but that's what the big thing about streaming is. Like, that's why we like streaming, why we want to come back to it, is because this is now the easier way to directly interact with people, and have those sort of like one-on-one conversations or things like that. So I would say, like I said, I wouldn't say we'd ever stop doing it, but it is one of those things that does get harder, and but I think for Scott and I, we value it too much to ever just not do it.
Yeah, like I remember when Clapper, we met him. I think he joined when there was like 60 people.
His name was different too, and we didn't know when he changed his name that he was the same person. Remember that?
We also didn't know if he was a bot.
That is true. That's why there used to be all the jokes about Clapper being a robot, is because we genuinely did not know if Clapper was a bot or not at first.
But yeah, we now, like, so like back then when there was like 16 or 60 people in the server or less, it was really easy to interact one-on-one with everybody. Like, we knew every single person that was in the server. We could probably list them all off.
Immortal Knight is one of our first ever like hardcore fans. He actually got a shout out in the Panty Bear.
That's true.
Yeah, his name is in the Panty Bear. Calendril, another really early member.
My father.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Clapper's a really early one. There are some who aren't around as much anymore, but they were around a lot early on, and like if we ever talk about them today, like they pop back up. But yeah, back then it was very much like that was so old. Like, there was a time when the server, we had like Me6 in it, and like so every message you sent, you would get like ranked up, and it really pissed me off. So I got rid of it because I hated seeing people rank up. It was a different time.
Yeah, but so now it's a lot. Like I said, when there's 60 people, like everyone in it. Now it's like when there's 16,000 people or however many there are now. Like you can't, like we don't know everyone that's there.
Yeah, Haru was another pretty early one. Yeah, but it's one of my favorite things. I think it's one thing I don't really like to say like anything. I don't like to be like one of those people who's like, oh, I think I do this really well. But I do think one thing Scott and I do pretty well, and one thing I just hope we do well, because it's one thing we try and push a lot, is I like there are a lot of people and stuff that like they just like post their art and it's whatever. That's really cool. But I really I feel like him and I, like, we're pretty in touch with our fan base, and we talk to them and interact with them a lot in a very direct way. It's one thing I've always been really proud of with him and I doing, because I hate feeling like you're really far away from somebody. I think especially with what we do, because I feel like it makes you kind of hard to relate. Like it's hard to like see a person and be like, oh, that person's an artist and they're doing the same thing I'm doing, or they're creating or whatever. They're just a normal person having fun, when like you don't ever get to interact with them, or you only get to interact with them in this very sort of secluded way. So we've always tried to not have any to really just put ourselves out there in that way. Can I join the Discord? You sure can. I'll drop the link. It's going to be in a flurry of links, but should be the first one. Oh, Ingo, that's a good point. We do also just have a link for the Discord. I honestly forgot. We also had that. Good shout.
Cringe.
Have you guys had no time to check the art channels? People post a lot of good content. Oh, I check the art channels all the time. I just don't comment much in them. I check every channel. Or the only channel I don't check very regularly is the memes channel. I let the mods handle the two memes channels.
Bryce hates memes.
Well, I'm not a big meme guy. I mean, I've been pretty honest about that. It's not really my whole thing, but I know people really dig them. But I just don't check those a lot. I let the mods handle that. But I check the art channels. Yeah, I check the art channels pretty much every day. I just don't comment on a ton of art because I don't know. I just don't. I typically just mostly talk in random. I used to, again, though, when the server was a lot smaller, I used to literally comment on almost every single piece of art that was posted in those channels. But now most of the time I just look at it, I'm like, that's really cool. But I always lurk in the random chat at least. I'm trying to be decently regular in there. I used to literally just sit in there and like just talk all day while I was working.
Yeah, that's another part of it is it's both like, part of it's that we're just busier than we used to be. We don't have time to sit and chat all day.
Because when we started
as much as we want to.
When we started the Discord too, it was supposed to be just because what happened is like Scott and I, we worked on the Panty Bear for a long time and it struggled really bad. And so we went on hiatus where we were literally deciding whether or not we wanted to keep doing the Panty Bear or not because we were so beaten down about it. And we decided to come back. We've talked about that before. And we had this whole like plan for coming back. It was like Scott was going to start posting on Twitter, and we started the Patreon, and we started the Discord, and fucking like all this stuff. And yeah, so the Discord was only ever started as just like a small, we didn't think anyone was going to join it, really, to be honest.
True.
Because for one, at the time, we didn't really have a fan base or anything. We didn't think anybody was going to sub to the Patreon or anything, but it was kind of like, well, we have to try.
And that's when we learned that people love titties.
That was when I had like $20 in my bank account. It was a different era.
We love you guys. Would you say that when you broke your ankle, the color felt red or yellow?
Red.
Okay.
Is that why your Discord's called Panties Landing? Yes, actually it is. Because the town in the Panty Bear is called Panties Landing, and it's not a reference to Game of Thrones, despite the fact that everyone thinks it is. Because Scott and I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. But I guess that's the name of something in Game of Thrones, something landing, because everyone always is like, "Oh, you got the name from Game of Thrones." But
you don't sound bitter about it.
I'm not a little bit bitter about it, but you know, it's that thing where it's like, "Oh, this thing is similar to this other thing." Blah blah blah. Everyone has seen the same content I've seen. But anyway, yeah, the name is Panties Landing because it was made it was actually literally just made to be a Panty Bear server. It was just supposed to be to talk about. We even had a friends role. Do you remember that? There was a time in the server where it was like so small. We had a role for people that were like actual like personal friends of ours. But yeah, have the crab wrapping her foot. That's not a bad idea. But you're too far along, Scott.
Yeah, I'm too far along. It's already just about done.
We talked about changing the name off Panties Landing to something else, like last year, after the Panty Bear ended. But then we were like, no, that's just the name of the server. That's what it is. Also, can we start calling the fans Scots? No. No, how would we ever do that?
Like Scottish people.
We don't need to inflate his ego anymore.
I'll agree if you know.
We'll start calling the
you guys
fans
can't get
Ingos.
Bryce. Yeah. Do you think we could get away with watching Human Centipede on stream?
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Call them Lucia heads? It's not a bad idea. We so for those who don't know, when you unsubscribe from a Patreon, you can pick like to list a reason why you unsubscribe, but you can also write a note. And some of these notes are very normal things, like, hey man, I'll be back and blah blah. Some people sometimes just go unhinged on them. But every once in a while there will be one that like is really funny to me. There was one that I saw. I was like, 'cause I hadn't checked in like a month or two, and so I was like scrolling back, and it was just point blank. It was just like, why'd you unsubscribe? Some other reason. It was just like, don't like blue-haired girl. Get rid of her. When you were post extract, I meant to tell you that. It was really funny. I forget.
No,
I don't remember if it was that.
that.
I don't remember fully what it said, but it was something like that. It was just like, not a fan of blue-haired girl. Don't like blue-haired girl, and that gave me a very good laugh. I really liked it. If you're out there, we haven't been posting blue-haired girl that much. Yeah, some of them are really funny.
Don't like blue-haired girl.
There was one. Some of them are really funny. Sometimes I can't like, and some are really funny, and they're like shit like that, or there are people that are just like clearly memeing. But every once in a while, we'll get one that'll just be like, I don't know. Sometimes people will just be like, it's like they're justifying why they're leaving. They're like, okay, I have to save up money, but I'll be back. But I do love your artwork, but I'll be back. But I'm not leaving for too long. But like, I will be back. I promise you. And like, I feel, or sometimes this is the one. This is the weirdest one to me. Sometimes people will ask for refunds in their exit surveys where it's anonymous. So I don't know who they are. It'll be like, somebody will be like, give me my $10 back. And like, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know what they want me to do with that information. I can't see who it was. So if you're out there, don't ask for a refund in the exit survey. There are many other ways to ask for refunds. About the worst place you could do it is the exit survey, if I'm being honest. Give all refunds to Colky. What are your weekend plans, Scott?
You and me are gonna play Raccoon Tycoon.
Raccoon Tycoon.
Raccoon Tycoon. I don't really know how you play it, but reading the back of the box, it made it sound like it was basically Monopoly, but with raccoons.
With raccoons?
With raccoons. There's an inside joke in our little circle that my girlfriend is a raccoon, because she'll just pretty much eat anything. And even the stuff that she doesn't like. Like, we went out to eat at the single worst restaurant of all time. This shitty Italian place.
They brought us flat soda. Like,
yeah, and then I was
everything was bad.
I was like, hey, the soda's flat. Like, you know, maybe we could get it. And she's like, oh yeah, it's been like that for like 2 weeks. We're just waiting on somebody to come fix it. And I'm like, so you let me order it? And like, you didn't, like, all four of us ordered like the soda. And we were like, you didn't tell us like not to, but whatever. And then the food, I got chicken marsala. This was the single worst dish I've ever had in my life. I didn't even eat it. It's like one of the few times that I've ever not been able to eat something.
If Scott spends money on something, he'll eat it. I've never seen this man.
Except for this.
Yeah, I got like chicken parm. That was like the equivalent of like a heat up dinner, like a frozen chicken parm dinner.
Amy, she ate all of hers and then some more.
Yeah, and then but his Amy, she'll do this thing where she'll be like, "Man, this fucking sucks," and then she'll just eat the whole thing.
Now she's like into it though. Now she'll be like, oh, I'm feeling raccoonish, and she'll stand up and go get some snacks from the kitchen.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's a far cry, but if you guys thought about doing some kind of art feature on stream, not just fan art, just showcase good art from people on the server.
We used to do something like that for channel points. It would be like, not like you would pay channel points to get your own.
It would show an artist, like a Twitter artist.
Yeah, like somebody would claim it. It would happen a couple times a stream. Would be like, oh yeah, we'll show off like an artist to follow on Twitter and promote somebody. and that was kind of fun. But then I ran out of
The
people,
problem
'cause it
with
happened
that
several times a stream.
is that I feel like I would rather do like another critique stream or something than just like just showcasing people's art, because I'd like giving something sort of to everyone, like rather than just like, because if you show someone's art, like giving stuff to them, that's cool. But like if we do a critique, like we're kind of like we're giving them some, like, you know, we're showing off their art, so they're getting promotion, but also we're giving critiques, so we're kind of teaching people and helping people. I don't know. I'd rather like find a way to maximize it like that. That's just me though.
Bryce is all about maximization.
I'm the content guy.
He broke his ankle for content. I fucking love that guy. He just for you guys. He
That's
went
the
out and
nicest
broke
thing
his
he's
ankle.
ever said to me. I'm gonna break my other ankle next.
He almost said neck.
Yeah. You guys have to introduce me to boneless chicken wings. Kolky says boneless chicken wings are goated. I mean, they're both pretty good. You can't really go wrong with either one. People get really adamant over one being better than the other, and everyone has their own opinions, but they're both still pretty good.
They're just different things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sometimes you're in the mood for
sometimes-
boneless. Yeah. Also, some places have like horrible bone-in wings, but have really good boneless wings.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut's a really good example of that, actually. It's just personal preference. They to me are just literally fundamentally different things. They're fancy chicken nuggets. Yeah, it's true. It's just like they're just like, I would never, like, if I said I wanted bone-in chicken wings and someone gave me boneless, it would just be like, I mean, I'd eat it, but they're just different things.
Remember Fort Minor?
I do.
Good.
Where'd you go?
I'm changing this part of her foot. It looks like a hairy orc.
It does
foot.
kind of like a hairy orc foot.
I didn't mean for that, you know.
That makes it look more hairy. Oh, I see. Oh, that's the joke. Ha 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 ha.
Wow, aren't you clever?
I would like to point out, when I felt, I did not say I'm okay. I was just kind of inside. You know, like the Peter Griffin, like the that was kind of me.
No, you did though.
Did I really say the I'm okay thing?
Yes, you fell and you grabbed your foot like this, and you literally go, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Oh, really?
I'm okay,
I don't
I'm
remember
okay."
doing that.
Yes!
Maybe I just blanked it out.
That's why I make fun of you for it.
Spoiler alert. I was not okay.
It's like you were trying to. There's a South Park episode where something similar happens, and it's very funny because I had watched it like I thought you were making a joke at first, because you were doing it exactly like how it is from that episode.
It is pretty terrible timing for that too, because I've just been quoting South Park to you because I know you're watching through it. Like, I keep doing the "I'm big" thing.
So I actually thought you were doing like the joke, and I was like, that's funny, and then like you kept doing it, and I was like, okay.
And then it was when I went and sat on the mat. That's when you knew.
Well, I was giving you, like, you never know, like sometimes you just can walk it off. So I was like, well, I'll go climb around for a little bit and see if he's good here in a minute. And then I went and climbed around, and I came back, and you're still
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I guess he hurt himself.
The best part, we're not talking about this. Scott had like the most disappointed look on his face the whole time. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I felt like I had upset him. He like looked so disappointed the entire time. He was like, "Well, do you want to go out to eat?" And I was like, "No, I just want to go home." And he was like, "Okay."
I just couldn't believe it was such a stupid way to hurt yourself. And I honestly wish it was funnier. Like, I wish that there was a funnier story behind it. But you just fell off of a wall and broke your ankle.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not funny. You know what? I don't do enough for content. I'll jump out my window next.
So this was the drawing. This is all I had in mind.
But
I
at
just
least
wanted to
you
draw
have-
Lucia with a broken ankle.
At least you have cool hair. Yeah, it's true.
Maybe I should add like like Connor, you know,
Oh, I see.
just like completely fucked.
I have two friends who also broke ankles at wall climbing places. Well, the thing about rock climbing is everyone has told me, you always hear like, everyone gets injured. And it finally happened to me. I was finally
Not
the one.
I.
Okay, well, that's actually not true. You have injured yourself like twice. They've just not been as severe. You fell one time and like fucked your finger up so bad you couldn't climb and you were in pain for like a week.
Now, in fairness, actually, no, that time, the finger thing, that went away, like, pretty much immediately.
What am I
don't
thinking?
know
Oh,
what
the
happened.
shoulder thing is what I'm thinking of. Right? Did you
Yeah.
fuck your shoulder up? Yeah.
I mean, you get little...
You get little
hurts
beeps and boops.
things. Yeah, you get a little... You get messed up a little bit. That's just rock climbing, though.
You know, you said you were going to have to play chess on stream. I'm actually surprised. We made it. Like, it's... The stream's almost over.
Took a little bit longer. Now, Bryce,
Uh-huh.
what is it going to take to convince you to play a game of chess on stream?
I don't want to play a game of chess on stream. That'd be very awkward in my current setup. I can barely... I just can barely... My computer's so far away.
Come on, now, don't be a pussy. Play a game on stream with me.
I'll play a game on stream with you.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me sign into chess.com. Are you done drawing now?
Yeah.
So you made me do all that shit before stream for not even
Well,
to do the one thing.
I actually thought I was going to finish this drawing a lot faster than I did. So I
Wow.
thought there was going to be more time for tomfoolery. I'm assuming you'll pull up the stream or the game on your stream.
Yeah, invite me. This is where everyone learns that I'm horrible at chess.
What will it take to convince you to play Risk on stream again? I'm sure we will at some point.
How do I turn the sound off? Because I don't want sound. Help. Oh, I see. I found it. I got it.
Okay.
Look at the difference in ratings here.
Maybe we'll invite you for Risk next time, Kulki. Feline says that he hopes you win.
Thank you. I won't. I'm really bad at chess.
Shroom says, why am I watching you nerds play chess? Maybe you'll learn something.
Was that a dig at Shroom?
Yeah. Because I'm undefeated against them in chess.
I see.
Ingo, I don't think I won the last game that we played, but I think I won the 2 before that. I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
Because chess was fun until Scott like went and he like started watching videos, and now it's like his whole hobby. And like now it's like that's too nerd shit for me.
It is kind of my thing.
Like so like it was fun, and then he like made it like his whole livelihood, and so now like if you don't play chess every 2 seconds, like you're not as good as him. And like I mean I'll still play it with him. I just don't like playing it on stream because I know he's just gonna stomp me.
Now you don't know that. I'm not that good. I mean, I'm only at 539. I'm pretty awful. Yeah, Ingo, you can't count the Grob. That's not a real opening.
You can't.
That's a meme opening.
You can't count the Grob.
Nobody counts the Grob. Only Magnus Carlsen can play the Grob. You think we can get Magnus Carlsen on the stream?
What is wrong with you? Do I think we can get Magnus Carlsen on stream? The fuck is the Grob? It's like a meme opening in chess.
It's really bad. It's like you start with your G pawn. Horrible opening, but kind of fun to play. It's like a meme opening, and it works once out of every, like, I don't know, 10 games. And somebody will fall for it, and you'll get a free rook. Well, not free, you lose like 3 pawns, but you'll get a rook out of it. But sometimes chess is just about having fun.
Sometimes chess is just about having fun. Having a goofy little old time.
Yeah, Ingo, you did accept the Grob, but you played the right move afterwards. The Grob only works if the person you're playing doesn't play the right move.
Fucking boomed him.
Ingo, don't gloat about beating the Grob. You're above that. You're better than that.
Are you just gonna play this game of chess today or more? I'm only playing one. So.
Yeah, it's only this one.
I see.
I don't know, Ingo. What was it? This is a great background for questing. Chess is kind of medieval-ish, right?
He's talking about WoW.
Oh. Well, then never mind. I don't care. It's fascinating looking at the board flipped when I look over at stream.
I fucking didn't mean to make that move. I wasn't even trying to click. I just fucking misclicked. God damn it.
All right.
Well.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, well.
I don't even really want to trade that, so that's fine. Yeah, Ingo's trying to backseat.
I know. I'm
I'm
not reading chat. So, because that's cheating. The problem is I just get the yips about playing with people watching me.
Yeah, too nervous.
No, I do, genuinely. That's why I don't like doing it.
If it makes you feel better, I assume most of the people in the audience don't have any idea what's happening.
I'll resign right now, Scott. I'm not joking.
What? I thought you were looking at chat. I'm in pretty good shape as long as I don't blunder my queen. Right on, right on. No, Ingo, I don't want to blunder my queen. Botez Gambit? I don't even know what that means, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not good enough to know opening.
She's a streamer.
Oh.
She's like a chess streamer.
That makes sense. I don't know who that is. The only one I know is she just blunders her queen a lot. I see. I see.
Well, shit. Oh, fuck. I'm about to run out of time. I didn't even realize it was better run out of time. Yeah, you're gonna win. I'm gonna run out of time. GG.
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 Well, we did it, gang. We got Bryce to play a game of chess on stream.
Ooh. Which is nice.
Okay, I got somebody to raid.
Actually, why is the gift time option not there? I don't know. Scott and I like the running out of time thing.
I think it's not there if you play on unrated, which I like to play in case I lose.
He literally won't play unrated against me because he's afraid of the minuscule chance I beat him.
Well, also your elo is a lot lower than mine, so if you beat me, I would lose a ton.
That
of
is
elo,
fair. I am actually,
and I wouldn't gain any for beating you.
I am actually a lot better than my elo. I just suck at playing online.
Okay, I got the raid queued up.
Bye everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye.